See, since we're talking about this white acceptance and fake ownership, did you see Dapper Dan on the Breakfast Club?
I heard most of it. I seen a little bit of it. Yeah, Dapper Dan. A lot of. I was glad they did that. A lot of young
Yeah.
niggas know about Dapper Dan.
So he basically was on there, and it was interesting, right? I'll tell you why. Because he started off by saying, the reason that he's working with these companies is because he wants to get global, and he knows that if he just makes it for Harlem, nigga, it's only going to stay in Harlem. He can only go as far as those Harlem walls will let him. So if you want to be in China, you got to fucking appeal to that, right? You got to have the big the big corporation back you and push you into those stores. Now, what Charlemagne was asking him is, well, why couldn't we do that with a Sean John or Fubu or any of these other black companies? He was saying, what did he say? He said that we don't put that value in our own clothing. Basically, like we'll spend money on it, but it doesn't mean anything to us.
You know what it is? It's like, okay, I remember I used to rock all that, urban fashion. But I think the most I paid for a Sean John jacket was like 120 back then.
Damn.
But you wouldn't pay. The average black person is not going to pay. Let's say, okay, a pair of Gucci flip flops is $250, right?
Yeah.
Would you pay $250? I mean, you probably wouldn't, but you got niggas that'll pay $250 for those Gucci slides, but wouldn't pay $250 for, let's say, some Sean John slides back in the day, or some Rockaware slides, or any urban brand you could think of. It's just we're programmed to think less of ourselves. So let's spend that top dollar at Fendi, Prada, Louis.
We don't put any value.
Yeah, we wouldn't spend that kind of money on a hood nigga t-shirt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of us. But when it comes to that, and it's easy. When you walk into those stores, you can tell. You got to know your financial status. A lot of black people don't. They think they're middle class, but if you live in check to check, you're not middle class, man. You know what I mean? I'm not paying $250 for no sandals. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care
how much money I got.
Yeah, I don't care what logo you got on that shit. Fuck out of here.
And I think that's what it is too. Is more or less the appeal to it, right? Because when you look at Sean John, because a lot of people, if you notice now, at least I know with our generation, like that age bracket, a lot of us, we don't like the big logo. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a billboard for you. Like I would love to wear some Sean John if it didn't say, fuck it didn't have his signature across the front of it. You know what I'm saying? Get like a little logo or design or something. You know, the saying less is more is very true. Like, nigga, you don't have to do all of that shit. Like,
look at Polo. They got that little tiny.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, that's
I got on a Polo t-shirt right now, and the little horse is down at the bottom in the corner. That's all you need.
The rest of the shirt is just itself, and you got that little logo. Yeah,
that's all you need, and we eat that shit up because, we help increase that value.
Yeah, it's that Stockholm syndrome,
Yes.
You just think you think that shit is better than yours. Because like I say, like Dapper Dan was saying, you don't put that much value into your own people's shit. Because I would never, I've never been into the European fashion shit, but I know niggas who are, and they would not pay nearly as much for, is there any urban clothing I could think of? Like, T.I. still got a coup, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, I think it, but I know he also got that Hustle Gang one.
Yeah, but niggas would not pay more than $40 for a Hustle Gang shirt, but they pay $200 for a Fendi shirt. So I mean, it's that's crazy. The way. Yeah, it's been too much. It's 400 years of programming. You can't erase that. So
right, and because they put it on a runway, and we see like some model in it, and we're like, all right, that's it. You know, it's like
New York Fashion Week.
That's fucking trash, man.
Yeah. That's what they do. I mean, they'll put the hottest celebrities in it, and that's how they get you.
I just didn't like how Dapper Dan made it seem like we're only as good as our ratio or our square blocks. Like all of these companies have the potential to go far. It's like Just like how you got Gucci to work with you because you said that they're paying homage, nigga. Help them fucking bring up another company. Tell them to fucking underwrite one of these other
Yeah.
companies. Like, help your people. Like,
But yeah,
nigga, you out
Dapper's
for self right now.
yeah, he's always been out for self though, because his brand was catered towards, like I said, back in the day, it was drug dealers and rappers
Right.
going to his store. Regular people in Harlem couldn't afford that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and so now his resurgence, he's trying to go after the people that got money. This goes back to why they put the Gucci stores in the suburbs, and they don't put that shit in the hood because they know people in the hood can't afford it. So that's trying to go for that, you know, that brand of people who got it, who could spend it. So he's always been about that. He never been for us.
Nah.
You know, if you had the money, then yeah. But if you ain't had the money, if you poor and black, Dapper Dan ain't never been for poor black folks. And it's sad because he comes from poor black.
Yeah.
You know, he comes from poverty.